Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Running just a touch late. Give me 1 second here. Nope, that's not right. Here we go. Good morning, everyone. There we go. Good morning. So, from the program from yesterday, Brock had let me know that we have Free the Ancient Ones on the board, Paige is on the board, and Mushmouth is on the board. That's good stuff. Hey, let's take advantage. The odds are low. No, high. The odds are better. Let's put it that way. Real quick. First person to answer this moves to the board. First person to answer this moves to the board. We're going to do one of those Pops Ickles. Okay, it's like a dad joke thing. By the way, Free cracks me up. He's been sending me some amazing, not amazing, but some really good dad jokes. This one's from the popsicle stick. You guys ready? The answer will not be alternator. Here we go. What has 3 feet but cannot walk? Go. 3 feet but cannot walk. A tripod. No. A yard. We're going to go with Herbie. Billy D, you're close, but you had to put the stick in there. The answer is absolutely what Herbie said. A yard. Can you see it? A yardstick. Herbie Von Werby Kabop is on the board. Herb. I don't think Herbie's been on the board yet. Congratulations. Here we go, Herb. Herbie. Von Werby Ka Bop. And I think you get an exclamation point. Okay? Herbie Von Werby Kabop. Good morning, everyone. Herbie Von Werby Kabop. Okay, and it's spelled Badger's hilarious. Badger, it's spelled Badger, Pops. Okay, can you get the spelling correct? Oh, I love you guys. I missed you guys. Sometimes it's way too long to wait from a Friday all the way to a Tuesday to hang out. One of these days. Hey, so what's going on with the Powerball? They got me. I'm like this. I'm hooked. I never do that stuff, to be honest with you. You gotta play to win. So, I got a Powerball ticket last night, Niffer. Okay? First thing I do this morning is check it. I didn't win. Let me ask you guys a question. Badgie, I get it. Let me ask you guys a quick question. Seriously, if I won, when I win, do you think I'll show up here the next day? Will I show up here, Jolie? This was yesterday's ticket. It's done. I have to get another one now. Would I show up here if I won the lotto? You guys are putting pressure on me. You're like, hell yeah, you would. Of course I would. I'll be honest with you. I thought about this. Actually, I told I never play the lotto page, but I'm playing it this week. I'm playing it till I win that $1 billion. Okay? I wonder how big my laboratory would be with $1 billion, right? But here's what I would do. Let's be smart. You guys wouldn't even know I won. I'm not even sure Brock would know. First person that would know is a lawyer, like a good lotto lawyer. There isn't a person on the planet I would tell before I got a hold of like the most renowned lotto lawyer on earth. And the first guy I talked to, lotto lawyer. Lotto lawyer's even going to tell me which bank to put my get a bank deposit box to put the ticket in. Okay? Nobody would know I won. Not a single word. I might disappear. People, what happened to that guy? I don't know. But no one would hear. Actually, I would keep. You have to show up for a minute. Okay? Lotto lawyer. When you guys win, get a lot. I hate lawyers too. I was going to be one until I hated them. I would have been a good lawyer, but I hate them. They literally create systems so they can make their own money off of us. I need a lawyer to talk to my lawyer who's going to talk to your lawyer who has a lawyer of his own. Okay, now we're about $8,000 in. And my lawyer for the stuff that we're trying to do for the lab and our license and stuff, I got to tell you, these guys aren't cheap. Like, they're making money. They're making money. Boop. The one guy I have, though, is super sharp. Really sharp guy, and I trust him. So it's like, don't think because lawyers all suck. No group all sucks. Doesn't work that way. There's bad apples in every bunch. But yeah, lotto. Pop's got all, there was a part of me, like an nth, maybe 1% thought I'm gonna win the lotto last night, Herbie. And then what do I find out? It's another one of those worthless pieces of paper. So I'm gonna do it again. And if I win, I'm not gonna tell you guys. Okay. Hey, good representation isn't cheap. I mean, if I was good, I would be charging. If you're one of the top flight, whatever's. Other than my colleges, we're not allowed to make money. Why'd I pick one that you can't make money at anymore? Darn it. Why'd I pick one of those professions I don't want to make money at anymore? I should be selling yachts over in the Mediterranean, in Greece. That's where I should be. Captain of a yacht in Greece. There's a lifestyle. Did we get Herbie Von Werby Kebab on the board? We sure did. Let's get rolling. I have no fish stories from from Saturday. We didn't go fishing. Rain out. It worked out perfectly too, because Jeff actually had plans to be able to do something with his family. Kevin was doing something. Pops got sent to the grow house. Yeah. So instead of being out fishing, I'm boiling grain, boiling and jarring grain, PCing grain, inoculating grain. I was a grain guy most of the weekend. Good luck. I hope if one of us wins the lottery. Promise me something out there. If any of you win, that you'll send the Detroit Mush Lab a donation. If any of you guys win, you'll be able to afford to. You could do it anonymously, but send us a donation and we'll use it wisely and honestly. Promise. And I mean that. We can put it in the Fungi for You nonprofit organization slot. So be aware that we could use a little slice. It doesn't, I mean, come on. If you just won $1 billion, you're going to take home half a billion. That's $500 million, Anthony. You could slice off the lab about $500, just like anonymous donation. Send it over there. Maybe they could buy themselves some new lab jackets, right? So one of those rare commercials. I never ask for money, but I would ask for money from you if I found out that you didn't have a lotto lawyer and you have a $500 million in your pocket. I'll make you a deal. Put some more likes up there. Put some more likes up there. Moonshine, I could tell. I'll bet you I know one thing you missed. You probably missed putting a like up there when you joined. Rando. I'm going to do 1 or 2 rando factos this morning, and then we have something to do. Anthony says Sandy gets a cut, too. I totally agree. Sandy and, send Sandy and CCS a cut, too. Okay? Hey, I haven't been here over the weekend, and I just saw Nerdies. Thank you, Nerdy. I love you, man. I just saw your picture fly by. I mean, your name fly by here on my screen. Reminds me of your weekend. I saw pictures of you, Nerdy, at Mushfest. Nerdy, you're handsome. Nerdy, did you guys check him out? Anybody see those pictures? I hope you guys had a good time at Kim's and Mike's. Yeah, he's at least handy, right? CCS. He's at least handy. I hope everybody that went had a good time. We didn't see a ton of the pictures, but it sure looked beautiful. Looked like you had a really good time, and I'm really happy for those that had a chance to go. Good for you guys. Okay. Yeah, Nerdy. You're like, whoa, who's that guy? Oh, I think that's Nerdy. Would I call him Nerdy, like if we hung out? Or do you tell him my name's, or do you, good morning, Kieran. Or would you rather, Nerdy, when we hang out, do we call you nerds? Anthony, I wish I was there too. I wish I could have been teleported there. Not have to go through all the travel problems. Have someone stay at the grow house, especially because I couldn't go fishing. Nerdy's endearing now. I think you're a nerdy. Nerdy is better than saying, hey, dude, you're a nerd. It's better like, hey, nerdy. Is it romantic? Why do they call it French kissing? When your tongues touch, when you kiss. 2 tongues touching. Why do they call it French kissing? Was France the first place to do it? Badgie, it has a grossness to it, doesn't it? You can only do it with one person at a time. You're only allowed to do it with one person at a time. But what's the deal with the touching tongues? I have a funny story. My brother was 3 years older than me growing up. But he, of all the people I've ever known in my life, is by far the most innocent, naive to the nth degree. No worldliness in him. He can't see a worldly thing for the trees. He's just so focused on being square and doing the right thing. Like he's literally picture Dudley Do Right from the cartoons. Remember Dudley Do Right? All he did was right. It doesn't even enter his mind. Pops is the exact opposite. I'm a criminal. I'm literally, how could I criminally get away with it? I'm a criminologist. My brother could have worked for the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Dudley himself grew up with a sash. Okay? Sounds like your brother too. I'm not kidding. Or your best friend. My brother is like my dad. Like so honest. He grew up that way. He was like the oldest boy, and he's just incredibly nice. My dad loved him. My dad could have thrown me to the wolves about 8 different times. My dad got so tired of the criminal in the house. We didn't get along. Oh, Tim's a great kid. And he was. He was a really good boy. Meanwhile, I'm a criminal. Okay? But my brother was, like I said, naive. I could tell a really naughty story. I won't tell it here. I'll tell it at the next Mushfest. Remind me to tell you the story about, I won't even give you a clue. Okay? So my brother gets a girlfriend. He was a very handsome boy. A man, all the way. My brother, you should see him. Today, he could still be a movie star. Really good-looking guy, especially in high school and stuff. Girls would swarm on him, and he didn't know it. He was so like, oh, there's Tim. And he's like, I'm like, bro, you can be, I'm 3 years younger, and I'm like, bro, you could be getting laid like every day. Like, man, you got the hookup. Like, well, you know, I'm trying to talk him into, we have a fort in the backyard that we built out of plywood and stuff. I go, man, I'll hook you up in the fort. I'll do watching. What are you talking about? He, right over the top of his head that he even had a chance. Girls throwing themselves at him. Okay? Am I boring you guys with this story? I'm characterizing the two of us. There was a bad kid in the house and there was a good kid in the house. That's all there is to it. So the good kid in the house, my brother, he gets himself a girlfriend. He's got to be about 15 years old. He's high school. He's starring in, because he's the high school musicals. Who gets the leading parts? My brother. Can he sing? Can he dance? All of those things. He doesn't have a clue how good he is at any of this stuff. Okay? I'm not joking. So he's got like the lead, just inclined to say, he has the lead in one of the high school musicals. I forget which one it was. But I'm not kidding you. He was gonna be like move on into musical theater, but then he became a firefighter. Anyways, the girl that's the star of the show decides she likes my brother. My brother decides, it's chemistry. It's teenage chemistry's happening. Okay, Billy D, you were the hoodlum? Yep, I was the hoodlum. But straight-laced. Because I still did good in school. Like, really, really good in school. Anyways, my brother, I'm stalling this whole story to tell you guys something really creepy. My brother's comes to me, goes, you know what, bro? So I don't understand it. Goes, what's the matter, bro? Goes, for the last few days, my balls have really been hurting. What? Man, it's just like, they're always hurting. There's nothing. And I think I gotta tell mom. I think I gotta tell dad. I gotta go to a hospital or something. There's like, oh, like my groin, the groin area. It's like it's really, yeah, Billy. So, oh my God. He's like 15, I'm 12. I'm like, bro, do you, what? I go, have you been making out with that girl that you like at the, anyways, he'd been making out with the girl, getting himself excited and unexcited, excited, unexcited, excited. He didn't have a clue that he was blue. I don't want to be gross here. I have to explain it to my brother. Don't go tell mom. Don't go tell dad. Don't. Yup, D. Anderson's got it. He experienced it like, boom. I'm like, naturally, I'm like, don't ask me how I knew. I'm not supposed to be his sex therapist. Okay? And it was so natural, and he was so like, I don't understand what's happening to me. And it's like, he'd never even heard of it before. I'm like, dude, don't you get it? I'm telling you what's happened there. Come here. Here's a Playboy. Get in there. Get that stuff done. Fixed it up for him. No kidding. This is an absolute true story. Why'd I tell it? I don't know. He needed to shake this thing. Shut up, Jesus. So, it's a true story. I don't think because my dad didn't do the birds and bees talk. No. My brother never even knew what a bird was, let alone a bee. Okay? He was so innocent. He got a couple of kisses and they turned him on. And I said, oh, it's a true story. He's lucky he had a little hoodlum brother that straightened him up. Otherwise, he'd have to make the embarrassing trip to the hospital, the doctor for your first time, and the doctor's like, I know what it is, son. You know how many times the doctor has to explain that to the little guys? Well, back in the 60s, more often than now. Let's put it to you that way. Okay? It's a true story. Great, then he comes to me. He goes, let's make up the girl's name, I forget, Nicolette, right? Nicolette wants to French kiss. She asked me if I could French kiss. I go, yeah, definitely do that. And he's like, but what is it? Wait a minute, so you're 15, you've worked out the blue stuff, that's all worked out now. You don't know what French kissing is? Now, Pops has to display French kissing to his older brother. Keep Nicolette happy. I didn't do it with him, I just have to explain, look, that's what you... Can you imagine that? Imagine a little 12-year-old telling his brother how to kiss? That's what was going on in my house. That's why I could tell you my brother was super naive. You know why I told you guys that story? Because there's a rando facto about kissing. There was no YouTube back then, right? And porn was not like it is today. Porn was on an 8mm reel. And you had to have a friend with a projector. You had to have a friend that had a projector and the rare reel. And then you'd set up a sheet in the garage. Did I ever do this? Then you'd set up a sheet in the garage and hang the sheet. And your friend would come over with the 8mm projector with the light burning through the celluloid. And if this film got caught on the celluloid, it burned through, right? And then you're screwed because you got to put it back in the reel and you don't want your old man to find out that you burned his stuff. So now you learn how to edit. So if you burn a spot in the old man's reel, right? This was Tony Lupino, the local porn projector guy. He had it all figured out, MVP. Yep. Just in case, I have my editor here. He can snip and edit and put the tape back together. Can you imagine his dad now? Now it's his dad's turn to take it out and check it. And he's like, bloop, I just missed a whole scene. Tony! Tony was getting busted sooner or later. Okay? But that's the only way we got porn back then. You had to have a friend with the projector. And then, of course, we provided our own sheet. You hang it up in the garage, and about 3 or 4 of you, you won't do anything. You're just like, oh my God, this is so disgustingly cool. Okay, see you guys later. You guys know what I'm talking about. Let me ask you a question. Rasta. Yeah, what happened to that guy? Boy, he went downhill fast, didn't he, Rasta? Like when you see pictures of him now, it's like, geez, he did not age well. Trevor, someone tell him that guy did not age well at all. Okay? Jolie, you were a good girl. I get carried away with these subjects, but you know what? It seems like you guys don't mind these subjects. It seems like you're like, wow. Oh, John, remember Pee Wee Herman? What the hell are you thinking, Pee Wee? Seriously, we already all know you're probably a little weirdo. No questions asked. We're good with that. We're even paying to watch you. What the hell are you doing in the theater, Pee Wee? You didn't need to do that. Except there you go. That's an example. Pee Wee was in the age you had to go to the theater to get your porn. Pee Wee would never have gotten caught today. You know what I'm saying? He would have never got caught because he can just, do that stuff at home. Pee Wee Playhouse. Oh, he had that itch that needed to be scratching. You guys remember Pee? I actually freaking liked Pee Wee Herman. He was so over the top. It was like, I actually liked that guy. And then I was disappointed. I personally was like, Pee Wee. Like, of all the names, too, Pee Wee, you're out there touching your Pee Wee like that. I'm like, what? I thought Pee Wee was cool as hell. Especially when he rode through town on his bicycle. Remember his bicycle? He was funny as hell. Darn it, Pee Wee, bring Pee Wee back. We can forgive him now. What was wrong? Why'd we cancel him anyways? He had a right to scratch an itch. Okay? His appearances in Cheech and Chong, yeah. The bike, though, Daniel. The bike was the one. He says, come on, Pee Wee, give him a break. We're letting Brittany back, right? Poor Brittany. Did you see what she did the other day? Poor Brittany. I love Brittany. I didn't used to, but I love Brittany. Did you see what she did in Vegas, John? She knocked herself out. She saw Victor Wembiana, that 7'5" guy, with his entourage walking through the casino. So she goes up to tap him on his shoulder from behind. Like, oh, there goes Wemby. And his bodyguards stepped between her and him. And it accidentally knocked her down. She sort of hit herself and went down. They didn't realize it was Brittany at the time. They didn't know. They go to pick her up and go, oh, shoot, this is Brittany. Oh, man. Okay, you could have left it at that. Everybody hug and get it over with. Brittany goes the next day and tells everybody how she had been assaulted. There it goes again. I was laughing so hard with Brock. I was going, I think she thinks her dad did that to her again. I think she thinks that her dad knocked her over. She's just still missing a thing, but she's still so, I just love her. I don't even blame her. Okay? I don't even blame her. But she rewrote that one to be like, not the way she publicly related what happened versus the video. I was like, Brittany, that's not what happened here. Dear, no, That's not. But and then they stomped on me, and then and then I was like, no, Brittany, you're doing PTSD right now. That's not what happened. Okay, I'm not picking on her either. I swear I'm not. It's PTSD. It'll do that to us. It really will. It'll mess us up. Why do we talk about kissing? Why did I have to teach my brother how to kiss? Why? Why did you should get together with Mike Tyson? Badgets, that's not even the real Brittany. The real Brittany's still laid locked up. Penny Pack is back. She told me she was going to be coming back. Penny Pack. Our girl Michelle is back. Okay? There's only two animals in the animal kingdom that engage in tongue kissing. Humans and what other animal? Go. This is for a spot on the board. Humans and what other animal teach their brother how to tongue kiss? Anteaters, dogs, chameleons, dogs, giraffes, chimpanzees, gorillas, close. I want you to be specific. Dogs, bears, bats, my dog, snakes, orangutans, giraffes, sharks, rats, a dangatang, a baboon. No, orangutan, no. There, Aaron Leister has it. Aaron Leister, step on up. A bonobo chimpanzee. Bonobo chimpanzee is the other one. That's the reason I told you guys this whole story in the first place, because I had a rando facto in front of me. And the next thing you know, I'm telling you my brother's physiological sexual situation. I'm sorry about the side note story there. Aaron Leister. Aaron, you and the chimpanzee are absolutely correct. The bonobo chimpanzee. I wanted it to be correct. Somebody said chimp, but there's different kinds. A bonobo chimpanzee was the correct answer. Aaron, do you want your name on the board, or do you want me to send you this piece of fruit? This is from my squat collection. Aaron, would you like this fruit? Or would you like your name on the board for the big spin to win for Friday? Aaron's going to make a big decision right now. Which would you like, Aaron? That was my only rando facto of the day. That was my big rando facto of the day. Come here, give me a kiss, you big chimp. The only two animals in the world who engage in tongue kissing, brothers and humans and bonobo chimpanzees. Has Erin said which one she wants yet? Stop monkeying around and kiss me. That's funny, Jesus. Erin will take the fruit. Erin, send me your address at the DetroitMushLab.net. I know you're going to say, but Pops, didn't I send you my address recently? And I'll say, yeah, but I delete them right after I send you stuff. I delete our transactions for your safety and mine. So I need you to send me your address freshly each time. The DetroitMushLab.net. I'm going to do another rando facto. Is that okay with you guys? Doesn't seem like it because there aren't enough likes up there. There just aren't. 54 people, 38 likes. That we're talking like 16 people not even here. 16 people that could care less about the big picture. The big picture being the more people that hit like, the more people we reach out in the netherworld. Rando facto. I was going to read out of Radical Mycology, But I talked so much about my brother's physiological sexual issues and my ability to cure them. See, I've been a healer all my life, seems like. I've always known healing practices. That's interesting, huh? What do you think, Jolie? Sounds like I was born to heal. Okay. Have you ever smelt someone and they just smelt good? Pops, I don't want to say that. Oh, Zoo City, you're fine. The ego, I don't remind him. I just tell him to the world. Jolie, thank you, dear. Penny Pack, have you ever smelt someone and just like, ooh, they smell good? And then there's other people, that's not my body odor smell type. It's true. It's true. Listen to this. So your research conducted by scientists from Psychology Today concluded, listen to this, that if a person's body odor smells good to you, it means their immunity genes are the opposite of yours. Roscoe, you're absolutely right. It's like a pheromone. It's like their immunity gene. Oh, that's a smell. You walk around smelling your own all the time. That's what I smell like. You don't even realize it subconsciously. Another like little wafty comes through. Like, ooh, I like the smell of that package. It's because our genes are opposite of each other. It's a natural process of evolution. I'm going to pick the gene package that smells opposite of mine to boost my immunity. It means that their immunity genes are opposite to yours. This allows higher chances for people with opposite immunity genes to mate, which results in descendants with stronger immune systems. That's pretty darn cool. Oh, I saved this one. Listen to this how ridiculous we are. You ready? I'll put you on the board for this question. I'm gonna ask a question. You ready? How much does it cost to produce a $100 bill? In cents, it's gonna be in cents, somewhere between 10 cents and 40 cents. How much does it cost to produce a $100 bill? One $100 bill. Somewhere between 10 and 40 cents, pennies. What do you think it is? Go. Number between 10 and 40. Are you guys answering there? I don't see any answers coming up. Is there something wrong with my leg now? Well, I don't see any answers coming through on my screen. Are we having a problem here with the feed? Hello. I feel like we're having a problem with the feed. No feedback. Oh, there you guys are. There's my friends. Okay, now I finally see some people. Now I'm trying to catch up to see what its number going to be. Somewhere between 10 and 40. Okay, now I see everybody. It all came up at one time. Here, I'm scrolling through all the answers on my screen. I'm scrolling through. Keep going. You guys don't even add the 0.6. I'm just rounded it. Don't worry about that part. Just give me a number between. That should have given you guys plenty of time to look it up. You know what? I'm going to give the answer to MVP for right now. He's close enough. MVP, I'm going to give you the answer. 13 cents, he says. The answer is 14. If somebody else said 14 before that, I apologize because of the feeds and stuff. Let's go with MVP's 13. MVP. Let's get you a 13. MVP, congratulations. I'm glad to get you up here too. MVP, would you prefer, not this exact one, but I'll put one in a box, in a bag like this. Would you prefer a squat sample? It's almost 3 grams each of a squat, or would you prefer your name on the board? Let's go with MVP for that one. The answer was 14. Which one's gonna be MVP? Do you wanna go on the board? Or would you like me to send you a piece of fruit? So to produce a USD, I'm not gonna go by your Google Zoo City boy. I'm just gonna go by exactly what's on my, in my book here. And it says, to produce a USD $100 bill, it only costs 14 cents. However, it cost 1.4. Which way did MVP go? It cost 1.4 cents to make every penny. Okay? This is the reason why major countries have already eliminated pennies altogether. This is also the reason why you don't go to Google to get the answer. Because I'm not going off of Google, I'm going off of a rando facto list that I've got. And I'm going to use my resource, even though it could be dated and or outdated. So chasing information to Google is going to be good and informative for you, but I think of it sort of as cheating. Tiny bit cheating. Because some people can get on Google and look up the answer and others can't. So you're giving yourself an advantage over others in a less than impeccable way. I would prefer, if I'm on Jeopardy, watching Jeopardy, I don't get to stop and go look up the answer, put it on hold. I either know or I don't, or I guess or I don't. So that whole Google Assist is, who wants to push their weight on a scale for a game here? Okay? Not me. So, that was my little rant. Just guess. Let's make it fun for everybody. All right? Let's pretend nobody has a Google machine. Because then it's just fast as thumb, and even on Google you get different answers. Sushi. I didn't know this. What's the difference between sushi and sashimi? What's the difference? I didn't know. Sushi's meant to be eaten with your hands. And sashimi is meant to be eaten with chopsticks. Interesting. And yes, I agree, Google will lie to you just like Wikipedia will. Everybody lies. What's a good way? What's a really good way to, when you're getting ready, you're a club owner, okay? So you own a club, and it's getting closing time, And you want people to go home, but you don't want them to be too rowdy on their way out. Last call. You know what they do at clubs in England? You know what they do with clubs in England? They give out free lollipops. It's time to go home now. Here you go, Sean. I'm going to give you a free lolly. They give lollipops. It says here, they give out free lollipops to the clubbers to reduce late night rowdiness. They hoped the drunken clubbers would be busy sucking the lollipops. Hence, they wouldn't shout or cause trouble. It has worked exceedingly well. Stop screaming and yelling on your way out. Here, suck on a lollipop. Last call is a lolly. When I read that, I'm like, brilliant. Brilliant. Don't Google this one if you can help yourself. I'm going to give you another one to get someone's name on the board. So far, we've given stuff away all day. I'm going to get someone's name on the board. Time Magazine. Cover of Time Magazine. It's a big deal to make the cover of Time Magazine. One of these days, they'll put pops on the cover. Oh, speaking of cover of magazines, I'm going to wrap myself out here. Give me a second. Cover of magazines. Who has appeared on the cover of Time Magazine more than any other person? Go. Oh, I know your thumbs are twitching to hit over to the Google. I know they are. Your Google thumb is itching. Oh, you know it's itching. The Queen, the Pope, Obama, Einstein, George Harris, JFK, Michael Jackson. I can tell you guys it's a president of the United States. It's one of the presidents. Higgs, you got that part right. Be more specific. Who has been on the cover more than any other person? JFK, Obama, Kennedy, Trump, Clinton, Trump, Beatles, Nixon, Herbie Von Werby Kabop is correct, but we're going to go with the next one because Herbie, you're already on the board. Next one is Clean Grow. Cleany, you made it. Cleany, you just made the board. It's Richard Nixon. Richard Nixon has appeared on the cover of Time Magazine. I should ask another one here. 55 times. 55 times. 55 times. Cleany, I can't give you an option. You're just going on the board, bro. You're going on the board. I just boop, you're going. I'm trying to get some people on the board, so you're in there. Cleany. Congratulations. Herbie actually said it first, and then Cleany said it, but Herbie, you were already popped on the board. One more. Anybody ever been have a fear of being buried alive? I don't know what it's called. That you could Google if you feel like. And tell us what that's called. Fear of being buried alive. Somebody look that up for us. It's not a contest. I've never had that fear. Like, I don't walk around with it. So I would answer no. To me, it seems a little worse. You know, I don't think they're going to go that far back. I don't think Ego does. He has a PTSD from that. This guy, Dr. Timothy Clark Smith of Vermont, was afraid of being buried alive. Is that what it's called, Mike? Taphophobia? Taphophobia. Drowning at sea. Oh, Anthony, I wouldn't want to drown at sea either. That's a good one. I don't want to drown, period. I don't want to be in water. I like to be on water, but not in the water. Dr. Timothy Clark Smith of Vermont was afraid of being alive. So he left precise instructions on how to make his coffin. You guys ready for this? They built a window looking down into his coffin. Here's my head inside the coffin. There's a window right here built into the coffin. I'm not done. Now, after they buried me, there's still a window up here looking down into the window, looking into my coffin, so people can look through the window and make sure I'm not moving. He built a window looking down into his coffin. He is currently buried in Evergreen Cemetery with a headstone that is made of glass. And there's a window where you can still see him today. Hey, you can still visit the grave. Who thought of that? I mean, besides this guy. Rando facto. What do they call it when you're on a boat with a glass bottom boat? Glass top coffin? That's very paranoid. That guy needed shrooms. Doc, if you just take some shrooms before you go, we don't have to go through all of this. You know what I'm saying? Just, Doc, take a few shrooms. Oh my God, you're right. Forget that whole coffin design, would you guys? You're absolutely, this is great. I don't need one of those coffins after all. And there's a final thought. Final thought here. Good morning to everybody here. Thanks for being here this morning. I know, Higgs, just give the guy a dose. Hey, you could go ahead and hero dose him. It sounds like he could use one. Okay? What? Is this true, ladies? Tell me the truth here. Ladies, MVP, give my spot on the wheel to Nerd Nature, please. I will, MVP, so you don't want the fruit after all. You want Nerdy to go on the board. Okay. Nerdy's on the board. Putting it on now. Boop. Done. Okay. Thank you, MVP. Ladies, tell me if this is true or not, please. Daniel Cunningham, stop saying that. I've caught you saying stuff like that, negative comments about yourself a couple of times. Knock it off. Those don't fly here. Positive self-affirmations, or you don't say anything at all. Yes, Pops. You're right. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Um, this I never knew. No. I wanted to ask a ladies question first. Is this true, ladies? According to a study in 2010, men who wear red appear more attractive to women. Have a good day, Niff. Men who wear red are more attractive to women. Red appears to signify higher status and power, which leads to increased attraction. We're asking the girls. Kimberly says nope. Paige is, yeah, it depends on the outfit. Mom says no. Mom says, like, if it's not tie-dye, you're not turning me on. Holly's no. All the men are saying, yep, it's true. Carrie's a true. Okay. All right. Jolie's, I'm not sure about the red thing. Meow hip kitties, maybe. How about pink? How about pink, ladies? Do you like it if a guy wears pink? I know if you were wearing pink in the 80s, you were literally telling the world, macho man. You weren't you weren't pride, you were macho. You were like declaring it. I could do macho. I could do powder puff blue if I wanted to. Okay? Paige likes a little pink. A little bit of pink. I remember that. Any of the colors that were on Miami Vice would automatically give you a, you're already looking better in the club. I don't know if that's true, though. I don't see a lot of men wearing red. If this was true, I'd be wearing my red onesie like all the time. Mom says like it absolutely depends what's in the shirt. That's true. Final thought of the day, and this I didn't know. This is just a rando trutho. This is not even a rando facto. This is a rando trutho. I'm not kidding you. I would wear, I would wear my red onesie like almost everywhere. Hey, baby, how do I look? Am I looking good in my onesie? You know what color this is, right? You're attracted to this look here. This is power. This is showing you power and attraction. Okay? There's MVP. MVP's getting his strength on. Okay. Anthony's like, if you wore a shirt of $100 bills, you're definitely going to attract some ladies. Okay? Thanks. Thanks, Anthony. Thanks for the insight. I didn't know this. I've always loved Mother Teresa. Of course, she becomes a global icon later in her life, and, you know, they turn her into a public relations situation. I'm not going to look at that part. I'm looking at the part where this lady was actually in the grind, doing the grind, way before it was cool to do the grind. You knew that you didn't know. It was silent. It was working with the lepers. It was doing the work, the hardcore, dirty work, the changing bandages, the watching babies die, the putting yourself out there, and being some kind of a spiritual leader to the other women in your society. I mean, this lady, I'm talking about the grind part. I'm not talking about when, we found someone. Dedication to the grind. And there wasn't anything when she was doing her thing that she was looking for praise and glory for it. That was us finding somebody and we heap it on them. But I've always liked Mother Teresa. I've always had like a really, really, really special spot in my heart for Mother Teresa. Then what I didn't know. Yeah, MVP, big time. That was her thing. I didn't know that, and many of you are going to go, yeah, Pops, duh. So I apologize for this. But, and for what it's worth, in the Catholic Church, it's not easy to get canonized. That's not a simple process where they pick one of the humans that have been walking around and say, well, you know what, that person's a saint. We can put the word saint in front of their name and recognize it historically. And there's a whole process that you have to go through. It's like qualifying for, the highest honor you can imagine. This process that they have to go through where they're vetting the person's life. I mean, down to what color underwear she wore. And they found out one of the colors of underwear she was wearing was wrong, she'd have never made it. But there's a whole process of what they call canonization. I didn't know that Mother Teresa is Saint Teresa. That Pope Francis officially made her a saint. I'm not getting carried away. I don't want to talk about religions and my opinions on all of that. I'm just saying that's better than being a knight. That's better than being like Sir Winston Churchill, or they make a lot of sirs and ladies and princesses and stuff, right? There aren't that many saints on the planet. Yeah, the whole miracle part of the canonization story, right, MVP? Anyways, God bless and the world bless Mother Teresa. It was back in 2016, so I must have missed the news. But whenever I'm there ready to start canonization on me, the canonization process to turn it into St. Pops, it'll last about a half a day. All they got to do is talk to my brother. They'll find out now. This guy's not going to qualify. Let's do our final reading of the day. From St. Pops. St. Pops. Here we go. In keeping the center of the eye empty, the miracle of life can enter and heal. It's not by chance that the dark center of our eye, the pupil, is actually an empty hole through which the world becomes known to us. Likewise, in a spiritual sense, the eye is the empty center through which I see everything. It's revealing that such a threshold is called a pupil. For it is only when we empty all noise and dreams of ego that we truly become teachable. Like the center of the eye, both the Buddhist and Zen traditions speak of an unbreakable emptiness at the heart of all seeing, from which all things emerge. The Hindu tell us that in the center of the seed of the great Nyagodra tree, there is nothing. And out of that nothing, the tree grows. We are then reminded that in our time on earth, we grow like this tree, out of nothing. As the essence of the tree is the empty center of its seed, so is the essence of our life the intangible presence of the center of our soul. Therefore, This is really great. If all of that is true, our chief work as human beings rests in the sincere effort to allow this central presence to form in us. Thus, all forms of prayer and meditation, and I'll add giving and treating with kindness, those are forms of prayer. When we add all of those things, what they're really aimed at is keeping the center of our eye empty, so that the miracle of life in its grace and immensity can be in our center and be healing us. The pupil, our eye at the very center is the pupil, and it's open to receive. Sends messages right to the center of our souls. And we process that, and we grow through prayer, meditation, and acts of goodness and kindness. Every one of those things that we do that aren't those, we're closing the center of our eye. Might as well start walking around like this soon. And when you're like this, what do? You start flailing out at everybody. And it's everybody else's fault. And all I need to do is center my eye, be a pupil. It's good work. Let's do a final giveaway for today. There, I like that, Anthony. Let's do our final giveaway of today. Let's go away with a little laugh here. I'm going to do a popsicle joke, which is a dad joke kind of a thing. What kind of shoes does bread wear? If you're bread, what kind of shoes do you wear? You don't have to look this one up on Google. Kimberly Bolden's first one to answer correctly. Loafers. Kimberly Bolden. Kim, she comes straight home from the party and jumps on the board. The answer is the loafers. Kim, I'm going to put your name straight up on the board because we need to get the board filled. Unless, Kim, you prefer a piece of fruit. Actually, let me give you that option. Kimmy, do you want me to send you a piece of fruit? Look at that. We've got MVP and Kim this morning, killing the game. Do you want me to send you a piece of fruit, something like this? Or do you want your name to go on the board? Kim already said board, Pops. Okay. Good job, Kim. They come straight home from their party, and they keep the party rolling, those two. Congratulations, Kim. I hope you guys had as good a day here today as I did. Ran a touch long, but that's what we do. We're about an hour and 15 minutes around here now. Are we not? Give me 5 people that said we had a good day. Give me about 5 people. Carrie Craigo, you could be one of them. Give me about 5 people that think we can think again today. Your brain is back. We had a good day. Stories. You guys got another one of those stories out of Pops. This is a 12-year-old Pops. He's like a little sex therapist when he was 12. So have a great day, you guys. And I'll see you here tomorrow. Same mush time, same mush channel. We'll talk about something besides my brother's psychological, sexuological issues. Okay, Dr. Ruth Pops. We might do a question and answer. We'll see. You guys go have a good day. All right. Love you all. CCS and Jess Jaws and Daniel Cunningham and Jesse and Kimberly and Mike, Barry, Paul, and Carrie. It's about time you said it, Carrie. Scott Askey and Nerds, there you are. Let Daddy, I love you, bro. MVP and CCS and Laura, have a divine day. Thank you. Trevor and Married Michael and Kingy and T. Anderson and Herbie Von Werby, come up. And Holly and Rasta and Ego and MVP and Benny Ben and Holly M and Free the Ancient One. Mike Parabol and Hager Bumps. Shapow. Aaron Leister, waiting to hear from her. She's sending me an address. Rob and Grateful in Vegas. Have a wonderful day, dear. Moms, you too. And Trevor and Esteban Marine. And Cleany and Jonathan K. and Trevi. And Holly and Jolie, the pretty one. And Daniel and Holly. I say that too fast. Jolie, the pretty one. Holly M. and Jesus Christ and Carrie and Kimberly and Matthew and Holly and Jesus Christ and MDK and Mike Barball and Carrie and Nerdy and Esteban Marine and Bill D. and King and Holly M. and Joop and Doop. MVP Ego, Pagey, Pidgey, Page, Captain, Cannabinoids. Anthony, have a wonderful day, Silly Galmer and Michael Flying Wing, Holly M. Mike Zamarona. Mike, you're at the very end of the alphabet. Get to the back of the line, man. We're doing it in alphabetical order. Pops, peace. Love y'all. Out.